Anti-miscegenation was deemed unconstitutional across the United States only 47 years ago. Since the 1970s, studies have shown that the interracial population has doubled with each coming year. Today, interracial relationships seem to be America's final racial taboo.
Definitely for me, like, political opinions and ideological values matter a lot. Race doesn't matter in general, although honestly, like, I don't really date white guys because I think this is gonna sound wrong, but like I feel like a lot of white men are like not right in the head because they have for real, like I feel like they have too much privilege, like unless they're like poor or something, but like if you've been like white and male and from like a upper middle class or upper class background, like I feel like they're not rational, like not all of course, but like in general. So like, but like I have really radical political views, so that ties into it as well. But I wouldn't not date someone because of their race, but like I guess a white man is the only situation in which I really think about race.
I want to say race is a factor. I'm attracted to all beautiful women, but I do like women. I do have preferences. I do prefer like women in some type of color, whether it be like Latino or Indian, African American, even like a tan white girl would be alright.
My family is more, they go by culture based. They want the person to be from, not necessarily from what country I'm from, but it has to be Muslim. He has to speak, the same language, so my mom would be able, my family would be able to interact.
And my parents actually love it. I was adopted, so I think it just makes it a little bit easier. I was adopted. My parents are both Caucasian, and they love me so much that it's really not an issue at all. I could bring home someone who's purple, someone who's, brown, and they would still absolutely support it and love it. And I've never had a problem with it before in the past, so it's definitely something that I like, I enjoy, and I've never had a problem with it.
My parents, they don't look at any specific race or anything like that, or where everybody's come from. They treat everybody with the same amount of respect. So I guess that's kind of shaped me. That's what I guess probably why I've looked at different races, or as like I don't see different races. I just see a person. And so I guess the fact that my parents, they show love towards anybody, I kind of just taking that to myself.
I think that's complicated. I really do. Like, for instance, I think that a lot of times, like, people are very used to seeing, like, a black man with a white girl. I think that's, like, people don't really roll eyes as much. But, like, when you see, like, a white guy with a black girl, that tends to be, like, people will, like, react more. So I think it's definitely, like, I think it ties in gender as well as race.
I mean, I guess it depends if you're from like what is typically considered a minority. Like I know sometimes people's parents like that are black or Asian or Latino or something want their kids to like marry or date within their own race, but like that's different because that's like you want to maintain your own culture and your own like sort of like sphere which has been attacked by you being marginalized. So like that kind of makes sense, but it's still like you fall in love with whoever you fall in love with. Like what are you gonna do?
Because the world is racist. And I mean, like, it's just a cultural thing. Like, when two people marry each other, their families join. And it's like, if you're culturally, like, if it's not adding up, there's going to be collisions. Like, there's going to be disagreements. And, like, if the person you with doesn't even understand your culture, then how are y'all going to, like, raise a family together if y'all don't even understand each other? That's why I think there's issues, and like people don't really like accept it that much because we're still like recovering. Like, come on, Martin Luther King died like 60 years ago. Like it's not like everything has been peaches and cream for a long time. The world's still racist and there's still problems. So that's why it's like that.